My name is Koett, and I guess I'm an artist, and I do these silver prints that are mirror images, mirror reflections of things you would find in nature. Mosses and lichens are very prevalent in some of this work here, and what I'm trying to do is encapsulate life reaching out for the light, and every great artist in history has tried to capture the light, and so I've created these light boxes to illuminate them from behind, because well, the light sometimes comes from inside, not outside, and I want people to really look at the symbols and the imagery that come out from nature. So we're in an oversaturated world. Everybody's watching too much TV and spending a lot of time indoors. And if we take time to just step outside, there's a whole other world there. And it came about as a healing journey after I had to battle a few things in life, including breast cancer. And so I wanted to raise awareness and raise funds for a local breast cancer group on the island, the Souk Region Women's Cancer Support Society, who helped me tremendously through this. And the process was rendered in digital format because I couldn't, as an art teacher on the island for nearly a decade, it's hard when you can't pick up clay and just work with it, and I couldn't make an X-Acto cut. I couldn't do a lot of the things that brought a lot of joy to me. But my husband created a program that mirror imaged a lot of the pictures and the photography that I was using, and so I was able to use it even though I was in bed or in the hospital. I was able to move it without hurting myself too much. So it really started the creative process that opened up a whole other world, and it became almost a spiritual experience for me, because I guess I found divinity within technology, and I just wanted to share it with everyone. And it's really simple. I know there's apps now that do it, but he actually took the time to create a very specific program with functions that control the lights, that control the different features, and then I was able to zoom in on certain parts, and I found that a lot of the shapes that were found in different life forms came out within these pictures, and it made me see totems and how they were given birth, and creatures that you find in nature that just want to be given a voice. And so this is the visual voice that I've given them. And one of my favorite pieces is this one over here. And it's Totemic Tofino. And I love surreal artists. I love Salvador Dali, and I've really wanted to encapsulate the essence of surrealism within my work. And there's these flying objects that just give birth to different creatures that you can find in contemporary mythology, and it just tells a story, and it speaks to me. So I've chosen to use a silver print, and the silver gelatin base really brings a new life to it, because when you see it under natural light, it's color therapy. And a lot of the forms and shapes that make your brain travel helps you reconnect the circuitry in your brain, especially post-surgically. So if I'm looking at something like this, it's not only, you'll find different things. Different people will have different experiences with it, and will see different things in it according to what they've been educated upon. But it doesn't matter what race or religion you are, you'll interpret things in a similar manner because it's a meditative mandala. You'll travel one way or the other, and so I've titled them on both sides, so you'll find different things depending on how you hang the artwork. So it becomes a personal experience, and also connects you to the person who created it, because if something draws your attention, there might be a symbol or imagery that got you there in the first place. My pièce de résistance is the wild fairy slipper orchid. And when I was hospitalized, it was hard not to be in the light. And when I got back home, the very first thing I did was go and sit on the mountain. And everybody was in bed. The sun hadn't risen yet, and I'm just sitting there, and I was shivering, but I was happy to feel the coldness of the earth. And the mist came in, and everything turned gray, and I couldn't see 2 inches in front of me, but I could feel all of the energy around me, and then little birds started chirping, and then everything started coming alive, and I could feel the mosses and the earth just swallowing up, breathing in the moisture. And all of a sudden I saw little specks of light in the ground, and I had a good look, and there, camouflaged in the moss, was this tiny little wild fairy slipper orchid. And it was just so beautiful. I just wanted to cry because it's just so perfect. But it lives in a symbiotic relationship with the old growth forest, and it needs the mosses and lichens that also are a huge portion of this show to be able to sustain itself. And what the seagull is for the arbutus tree, the deer and the bumblebee are to this flower. They can't live one without the other. And it's almost a miracle that it's in existence. But yet it still strives to survive. It still reaches for the light, and it still goes for the water. And it's a lot like us. We need each other. We need each other to connect and see the bigger picture, and not just look at what's in front of us, but try and see it from another perspective. And that's basically my work, and hopefully it'll open up some people's consciousness to the real issues that surround us today.
I'm Kristine Hoff Boyle, and I am from the island. I was raised here, and I'm a multimedia artist that's currently living in Vancouver. So these are my portals to the forest, and they were inspired by the fact that I'm living in the city and not able to get to the forest, the place that I love. And so these are portals to take the viewer there. So they're all made from reclaimed wood, recycled wood. These ones are actually, though, the San Juan spruce is a very famous tree in Port Renfrew. It was one of the biggest trees in Canada. And the top, like 3/4 of it, snapped off in the fall. And it was all bucked up. People were using it for firewood. So I took a branch that had been cut by a chainsaw, and I took it home and made these frames. And this image, and also the one at the end, are actually of things growing from that tree. So like this fern is actually growing from this tree that this wood is in. And yeah, if you the bubble ones, they with the sort of fisheye lens that's on there, you can see your reflection, so you're brought into the picture as well. So it's putting you into the place. And yeah, all the imagery is of little tiny things that you often pass by in the forest. So things that you have to stop